Good morning, team. I'm Corey, and thanks for tuning in for another week of BattleSnake Sunday, where we do some BattleSnake coding on Sundays. So I'm Corey, thanks for stopping by, and we're going to be working on a project that I've been calling Snake GPT. And so we are going to be messing with that today. So Snake GPT is a chatbot for BattleSnake. So BattleSnake, we'll do a little intro on BattleSnake here quick. BattleSnake is this online programming game where you control one of these snakes by writing a web server. So how it works is the game engine, every move will send you a JSON payload with what the game state looks like, where all the snakes are, where food is, and where any hazards or anything else might be. And your job as a server is to take that payload and decide which direction your snake wants to move this turn. And your four options are only up, down, left, and right. And that is it. Your goal is to be the last snake on the board, cornering others, and staying alive till the end. And so we're going to do some BattleSnake adjacent things today, like we've been doing on stream for a little while. I do have some BattleSnakes, and we've worked on some tools for BattleSnakes before, and some engine work in the past. But today we are working on Snake GPT, which is also probably going to get renamed during this stream, or definitely this week, if not this stream. GPT is an OpenAI trademark, copyright, something, and we want to move away from that. So if you have ideas for names, drop them in Twitch chat or something like that, find me and let me know. So we are going to be kicking this off today, and we actually have a live version right here. So I got this deployed last week, during the week, something like that. And it's living on a DigitalOcean box that I have set up, and we can ask it questions. So the question that I've been using as like my default question for just testing this is, where is the origin coordinate? And if we send that over, you can see it got the question. And in a moment, we will see two things. We will see we will see over here, this is the context that we pulled from the BattleSnake blog. So this is kind of like it's not very exciting, but this is kind of the secret sauce, right? So how this all works is we take this question, translate it into some embeddings, and look up articles and sentences from the BattleSnake blog that are relevant to this question. And then we pull those in as context, we add a little prompt to ChatGPT, send it off to them, and get a response back. So for this question, we have the origin coordinate in BattleSnake's coordinate system is located at 0, 0 in the bottom left corner of the board. The y-axis is positive up, and x-axis is positive to the right. Coordinates begin at 0, so on an 11 by 11 game board, coordinates will range from 0 to 10, which is a great answer. This is like the kind of the best answer we could do for that question, I feel like. So that's the basics of Snake GPT, and that's what we're going to be working with today. And I think today we're gonna try to make this a little more agenty. And by that I mean, right now what we're doing is we're just taking this question and finding the embeddings of it and looking up docs. But I think we're gonna try to do a little more agenty, where we're gonna have ChatGPT tell us what to look up. It's gonna come up with some search terms for us, I think. We will then run those through embeddings and pull some embeddings from them, provide it back to it as context, and then just keep doing this until it thinks it has an answer. Kind of like it's the React pattern. It's the it's this pattern. What does it stand for? It's reason and act. The React pattern. So like, this is one that I liked before. So basically, you give it a few actions. So like, it could, in this case, this example is like, this could look up on Wikipedia, or could do a search on a blog, or it could like be a calculator. So we're going to do something like this, and that's going to be our first step today, I think, is going more agent style with our search here. And so let's go ahead and just get started. We're going to make a branch for ourselves for today. Stream 4, what's today's date? The 23rd. And we are in 2023. Cool. Awesome. Okay. We got a branch created, and there is some stuff that isn't deployed here, just some cleanups and a cargo fix. So we'll probably get that deployed at the end of the stream today. Okay. So Actually, let me go to my to-do file that I left. So I haven't been updating it, but here's what I wanted to do this stream last week. Which one of these did I do? We added a U front end. We didn't do embeddings for full post. Feed question and context. Oh yeah, we did that. Be able to enter, search, and find relevant sentences. Yeah, we did that too. Awesome. Cool. And so this didn't get done, but that's okay. Actually, let's do it the other way. We're gonna have it grow up. Okay, so this is April 23rd. And what is our plan for today? So today, we want to do agent stuff, but I think the first step here is to create a conversation model that front end and back end. A front and back end can use. I want to be able to do more than a one-off question answer. The server needs to be able to respond with multiple messages for a given question. Because what I want to do here is like, I want to show the user each action of this React pattern. So like if ChatGPT says, hey, search for this thing, I want to at least show a little actiony chat bubble or something that's like, we are thinking about this and looking up this answer, and like just give some feedback to the user. Because even right now, if we go in and search, right, like just add some spaces to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 seconds. That was a long time to get any answer back. And without any feedback, that's not going to be a good experience. So I need something that like I can poll on. Right now, this is one request, one response, but I'm going to need something else. Probably means we're going to start saving conversations to some kind of database. We already have a database in our Docker image, but maybe we want something different. We'll see how we go about that. We could also just keep it in memory and say that, like, you know, we'll remember up to 20 conversations or something, and just if your conversation's gone, we don't remember it. That's probably the easiest, just to hold something in memory. So we'll probably do that. Okay, so once we have a conversation model, this should allow polling on the front end. And actually, maybe this is a SQLite DB that we keep in mem for now, but could persist later. That might be the easiest way to do it, because then if I'm already following the conventions for a SQL database, it just happens to be in memory, and then we'll unmemoryify it later if we want to. Add a model layer to be able to test different strategies. So like this first one is like, you know, current model is 1, and then like the React model will be separate. So I want to be able to use these side by side kind of without just changing everything, so that I could see how one performs against the other. And then, like, you know, if we get there, we could make UI look a bit more chatty, a bit more chat-like. Right now the UI kind of sucks. We could make the UI better if we got there. Okay. Get some to-dos jotted down. That was good. I liked starting with getting those jotted down just so we know what we're working on today. How is it going, everyone? Hope everyone's having a good Sunday morning. Okay, I'm actually gonna do a quick iPad switching volume check. Give me just a second here. Uh-oh. Can I hear myself? This might take a second to test. If anyone's in chat and can let me know if the audio's working, that would be good too. Oh. Having some technical difficulties here with this team. I always think this is going to be easier, and last stream it worked great, and this time I am having some difficulties. There we go. Okay. Now I can steal my headphones back over here. And sorry, we probably lost music. I forget that happens every time. Music should be back in a sec, and I confirmed my audio's working, so that works for me. Okay, let's get going. So I like this about a conversation model. Okay, so I'm just chatting, but one thing that I thought that I wanted to do yesterday and I tried out was switching from the... So we're using RustQL Lite right now for the database interactions. Let's find... There we go. This is RustQL Lite with the connection prepare and stuff. So I thought I wanted to use this for everything, and then I wanted to switch to SQLX, which is a different one. But that doesn't play well with the extensions. One thing that SQLX does that I really like is it lets you at like development time, it checks the database and like does type checking to make sure the columns exist. But that didn't work very well with the extensions, so we gave up on that last night, and we're just gonna keep using RustQL Lite. So yeah, that should be fine. Mostly just chatting. But I do think we're gonna want to do some stuff here. So in our server, right now, we are attaching this connection, an arc mutex around this connection. Oh, that's another thing. I don't really like that it's in an arc mutex. I did forget about that, but I think we're just gonna ignore it for the moment. Yeah, but I do, so what I do want to do is make another struct here. So this is like our, embedding database, embedding connection or something. And it just has a connection. And actually it doesn't just have a connection, it has an arc of a mutex of a connection. Because that's actually what this is. So then we do let connection equals, yep. And then we attach that. This then is a state of an embedding connection. Embedding collection. Oh, it can be clone. That's fine. Drive clone, drive debug. So just those two for now. Okay, so then here we can just do .0. Actually, no, but we don't want to do that. We want this one to take in... Oh, so now we're in the lib, so I guess it will make sense for this to live in the lib too. I haven't done an amazing job of figuring out what does live in the lib and what doesn't live in the lib. Oops, 0 dot. Get the mutex out of there. Oh, can't leak that. Now you can leak that. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so what else do we have here? We probably have some other problems. Oh, just need an import for that there. And initialize. Oh, okay. Fair. We can just make that pub just so that that goes away. Okay, let connection equals an embedding connection of connection. Pass that down. Okay, look at that. Let's just get rid of some of these unused imports while we're here. To do. You happy about that? There we go. Cool. Okay. Awesome. So now we have an embedding connection, and the reason for that is because we're gonna want to have a different connection, and I didn't want to mess them up. Yeah. So I think that add a named struct just for the embedding connection. Okay. So we've got our embedding connection, and I think the other one I want to live just in the server. At the moment, I'm going to say that the conversation model, so this is going to be like our app connection, I think. I think that's going to be the best name for it. Yep. Okay. Oh, and actually, I think I'm only allowed to have one state, right? So what I'm actually going to need to do now is do a struct, like app state, and it has an embedding connection. It also has an app connection. Okay, let app connection. See, app connection can't be just set up. But it might just be easier, right? Like I just can do connection, memory, open in memory. Is open in memory. That does take a result. No method name. Do you just not have that? There we go. Okay. Let the state equals app state. We don't even need a clone there. Perfect. And then we pass this here. Yep. And then we do impl from ref, I think. Yep. From ref app. Oh, no, from ref of state. State. Oh, app state. For expected app connection. Yeah. App connection dot clone. Impl from ref of app state. For embedding connection, it's the same thing on embedding connection. Oh, chain surrounding parentheses to that. Nope. Chain surrounding that to that. Oh man. Oh, because I see. Yeah, it wants it to be an actual HTML tag, which is like kind of reasonable. That's not what I wanted. Okay. It needs to be cloned. That's fine. Yeah, it doesn't need to be serializable. It also doesn't need to be deserializable. Just debug and clone will work. Yay, awesome. Okay, so things should still be working. CD to server, cargo run. Actually, I think I probably have an overmind start set up. I do. Proc file, servers, just listening on whatever server is, and front end's listening on whatever front end is. So I think my front end's listening on 8,000 if I'm remembering correctly. This was from a different project on 3,000. This was for my blog from Wednesday. Let's try 8,000. Connection refused, but that's okay. 80. Perfect. Okay, there we go. Where is the origin? Just making sure it works. Where's the origin? Not sure if I actually would get logs there. And there we go. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm gonna need a little more context to answer your question. Origin of what exactly? Please provide more details or context. Okay. That's reasonable. It just doesn't have enough to answer that question. And like that's the interesting. If I just add like point or coordinate, it usually then gets the right embeddings. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Awesome, so we've got that set up. We've got both of those connections. We now have an in-memory connection for the app stuff. Add another connection for app BB things. Awesome, okay. Awesome, so now we have our connection for app database things. I think what I want to do is figure out how we want this conversation flow to work. I think the front end's gonna want to start conversations. I think when you boot the page or something, right? Yeah, first start, we'll boot the page, right? When the front end app loads, you'll get a conversation ID. We will just use that in every conversation. When the server sees a new conversation ID, it'll add it to its in-memory SQLite database. And that'll be that. We might have to worry about clearing out old conversations from this database at some point. Probably will. But we will add that to our to-do and think about it later. Make sure to flush old convos from the in-mem-db. That's just so I don't blow up and run out of memory, which I very well can for the first version, but eventually want to not run out of memory. Okay. So yeah, let's get a conversation ID from the front end, I think, and we will pipe it into the back end. Except I'm actually going to take 30 seconds here, team, and run to the bathroom quick, and then we will get started on that. Give me just a sec, then. Okay, I am back, team. Thank you for hanging out for just a second. And okay, let's get started. We said we want the front end to be responsible for creating this conversation ID. And so let's get started there. We have a front end. We've got a main file. And I think we can just go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's see here. Right now our app is one single functional component. We probably are going to want to break this up in a second, but you know, we'll just keep going at the moment, I think. So do I want to use state handle here? I think so. So like I want something like this for like a conversation ID. Cool. And then so I'm gonna want to do a use effect with depths. With depths? Use effect with depths. What's gonna be the difference? So let's look this up. Use effect. Yes, the predefined hooks. Is used for hooking an opponent's lifecycle, similar to rendered. Use effect takes a function which is called after the render finishes. The input function has to return a closure, the destructor, which is called when the component is destroyed. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the use effect is just like the do it once thing. Yep. Okay, so that's what I want. Does my use effect with depths return a thing here? No, it doesn't. Which is interesting. Okay, well, let's just try some stuff out here. So if I do this, and then we do let conversation ID equals that, and then we can do use effect of a move boop conversation. Oh wait, no, this is not going to have anything. Okay, cool. It's not what I'm looking for. Yep. Okay, so here, what do we want to do? I want to set this with a random number. Rust random UUID. Probably just need the UUID crate. Okay, so let's just add UUID, BD to server, cargo, add UUID, features, before, yep. Yeah, let's just do before. That should be all I need for right now. Get a new UUID. And where do we get this UUID from? Oh, come on, Rust Analyzer. You can do it. Force it to rethink. I know it's undeclared, but that's because I'm waiting for Rust Analyzer to figure out I can import it. It's weird that it's not just working. It's fine, I can drop this use line in, it'll be okay. But I added you. Oh, haha. So this actually, I can revert you. We don't need that there. Yes, check that out. CD to the front end directory. That's where I need my UUID right now. Yeah, what's it like so confused about here? My Rust Analyzer's having a wild time. There we go. Okay. We have an ID. Conversation ID dot set. Cool. Why is Rust format not working for me there? That was weird. I feel like Rust format should have handled that for me. That might be too small. Let me know if that's too small, team. I'll just make it bigger, actually. Did I? Whoa. Is there nothing in between those two font sizes? Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna stick with this. Please let me know if this is too small to see, team, and I will try to look this up later and see what I think. Okay, so we've got our conversation ID. Can we put it somewhere? Yeah, we need one of these if-let things. If-let sum, conversation ID. Oh, that's funny. Okay, that's kind of hilarious. It told me I didn't need the clone because I didn't use it again, but I was planning on using it again. I just hadn't yet, and that was the issue. Conversation ID, yep. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, that's ID though. Let's just change that to ID. And this is conversation ID. Does it need like quotes? What is going on with this? I don't remember how to do this. I think it wants something like this. There we go. Okay, so we've got this. This. Let's make it a div, just so we can see it easier. Okay, cool. Open up another one of our tabs down here. Over mine to S. You may need to enable, fair. Wasm. Is there anything about wasm here? Nope. Rust, UUID, wasm. Yeah, okay. Rand added wasm support to 6, and we are still using this. You can test it by depending on this. This is very old though. Yeah, it's not great, unfortunately. There's one other way. Can have the same features as random. Those features can be passed. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for here. So I think I just want this with wasm-bindgen. CD to front end, cargo, add, rand, features, wasm-bindgen. Okay. Rand, rust, wasm. Wasm. Is not automatically supported by rand or get random. If you are fine with seeding the man to manual, you can disable this and use the methods on. Or add a direct dependency on get random with the JS feature. Okay. So cargo add get random feature JS. Does that then make this work? I feel like the answer is no. But maybe I'm wrong. Server's compiling. The front end thinks it compiled, I think. Yeah, give it a minute, but like I think it's doing something. Yeah, okay. Did that work? You know, it didn't not work. It definitely didn't work. Oh, well, that's not the right thing. Where's the inspector? What's going on here with this 8080? Yep. No, pending. Not sure that's working. Okay. Wait, why is this just not working anymore? Something else seems up. Rust, UUID, random, wasm. This was harder than I wanted it to be. Wasm. You need to, but I'm not on 345. Wait. You need to, well, together with. Oh, yeah. Wasm-bindgen. Got it. Okay. Oh. Go to this toggle. Yeah, well, I don't want that, but I do want this feature. There we go. Wait, but you told me that that was gonna work. You need to enable one of the following cargo features together if you're targeting wasm unknown. I am. Enables OS random via standard web combined with cargo web. Via wasm-bindgen. But like, yeah, so that's weird. Why is that not doing what I wanted it to? Go to latest version. Oh, because this is on a super old thing here. Totally didn't realize that. Okay, and now wasm's just not in the docs. Okay. Feature flags. There's a JS feature flag. Do not know which one of these I want, but JS is at the top here. Okay. CD front end, cargo clean. Oops. Overmind S. Do I have music playing? Oh. I probably had music playing, just not on my headphones. Yeah, there we go. Now I can hear the music too. Okay, let's see if this is any better. We just cargo cleaned because I didn't trust that we weren't getting weird compilers. And like the trunk survey thing, like nothing was happening on the front end. So that was interesting. Got a lot of AWS config to get through, but that's okay. Okay. Processed wasm. Okay, it thinks it worked great. I don't really understand what's going on. 8080. Okay. Let's just commit it. Just start over. without this. So like this is just on main. Not sure what's going on with my front end just like not loading. That one's an interesting one. Okay, so that's just a connection refused. That's just like pretty normal styles, I feel like. While we wait, let's give Byte a treat. Maybe. There we go. Now I got the right buttons. Okay, yeah, so this is back. Awesome. Let's just do it again, though. I don't really know what broke it. Something seems to have completely broke it. But it's not even like... It's like the trunk that's broken. Like, it's not even... It doesn't even really seem like it's my code, because I'm not even getting a console log, panic. Like, it's just not returning things. Yeah, and then it's back to this. I'm pretty confused what's happening here. I don't really get how what I added here just completely broke everything. Unwhip. Okay. We added this one thing. It like really doesn't seem like this is the thing that was breaking it. But then the only other things I added was like trying to use this. Just do this. This isn't related, but like I actually don't. Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah, let's just hold on to the UUID as a UUID. Might as well. Because like now there's even less changes. Like we add that and there should be like 2 lines here, right? Like we would do the require. We do this one use state here. Wait, what? Oh. Oh. I just flipped these. This one's not. This is still a string. I just got these backwards. Actually, this doesn't even need to be an option, right? It just is a UUID. Yep. Awesome. Okay, so we have a conversation ID, and then just it's always here. We always have a conversation ID. Do I have to like dereference it? I think maybe. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes just like do cargo build here. Is that gonna work? So we're just doing a build in the front end to see if it compiles. Then we'll switch back to trunk serving it. Yep. Overmind S. Okay. Like it just like breaks my browser. Oh, wait a sec. What? That's a weird place for it to come from. Okay. So what's going on with my browser? My browser just was not having fun with this URL. Okay, there we go. We just get a new thing every time we freaking refresh, but if we ask a question, that should keep my conversation. Perfect. Okay. Well, that took us way longer than it should have, but that's okay. We now have a conversation ID. Let's send up that conversation ID with our question. I don't know if I'm gonna need that. Let's assume I don't for now, but we might in a minute. Okay. So, like, it would be really cool if some of these requests and responses were shared between the front end and the back end, because, like, that's kind of the whole shindig here, right? Is that, I have Rust on the front end and back end, so it'd be kind of cool if I just... Well, that's pretty cool. But it would also be cool if I could share these types on the front end and back end. So do I want to make like a shared thing? I kind of do. Okay, so let's not for the moment. I know we added conversation. We will. Yeah. Okay. Got conversation ID gen on the front end. That's all. Okay, so let's do that. Commit that. Cargo new -lib shared. Yep. Okay, so now we have a shared thing. And then here, this is what I wanted to do. Yes. Shared. Okay, so shared. Sure. Okay, so front end. Have some things like this. Make these next to each other. Boop. Okay. Copy them. Let's just copy them this way. Copy them into here. Hub. Saturday. Yep. Copy that out of here. Paste it into here. This then says Saturday workspace true. And then we do that same thing in shared. And okay, import these. Okay. Yeah, let's just import serialize. It's fine. Okay. Cool. And then over here, we also want shared to equal path to shared. None of that. And then shared, are these already public? They are. Okay. Don't need you directly. Kind of thought you would just be able to figure that out pretty quickly. Yeah, there we go. Ah, they're private. Okay, they're not going to be hub. These are just all public. Awesome. Okay. And then on the server, let's use these same structs. That's the whole point of this. Yes, okay. So then on our server, we have a chat request. Let's get rid of chat request and answer response. Chat request from shared, answer response from shared. Cargo Clippy. Okay, cargo fix. Oh, it doesn't do cargo fix when things are dirty. That's fair. Let's try it out. Nothing should be different. Awesome. Hello there. Awesome, seems to be working. Hello, how can I assist you with BattleSnake today? Perfect. Okay. Create a shared crate for structs that we want in both front end and back end. Awesome. Okay, so now we can actually just freaking use this though. So like from the front end, when we want to do this, we can just be like, oh yeah, chat request needs a new thing. A public conversation ID. String? Can I make it just a UUID? Probably. Let's cd shared. Cargo, add, UUID, features, v4. Oh yeah, this actually probably wants like a v4 in there or something. Oh. Wait, this isn't deserialize? No, that just means I need a thing, right? Yeah. Did that get Saturday this time? There we go. Got it. Okay. So now this has a conversation ID. Conversation ID. And that's it, right? We don't actually need anything else here. But server's probably not going to know what to do about that. Let conversation ID, yep, get a new copy of it so that this can be referring to that. That doesn't have to. Get rid of that. Awesome. Okay, so the server now actually didn't need to do, it just already has access to this. Because it's just here. Oh, that's pretty nifty. Yeah, that's pretty nifty. Okay, so I have a conversation ID here. I guess I wanna, like... One, can I, like, make this a... I kind of wanted to make this a function. So, like, async function, start chat, and then it just has these things. And it returns something that impulse into response. Oh, none of those. Yeah, something like that. Okay, awesome. Start chat. So this then I think is just start chat, but I think I just pass it the function. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so let's now start chat its own thing. It just looks better down here. I just want to start doing stuff with it. So like create a new conversation in the DB with the question. Okay. I'm gonna need a schema for the app too, if I want to do questions in the SQLite database like this. But we can do that. It's not a big deal. Just thinking. App connection dot setup schema. B0 will work. Yeah, I know. So generate it. Generate it. Oh, come on. Oh. Let. Yep. 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 I don't think I need that mutable. That's weird. Why won't it let me just generate this? Weird. Impl app connection function, yeah. Okay, so I do want something like that, but it's not that. Let's just look at our schema file here, and we're just gonna just copy and execute. There we go. Okay. Create table if not exists conversations. ID text not null. Question text not null. So each conversation starts with a question, but then it probably wants some other stuff as well. Like, how do I want to model this? So you have a conversation record, it can have a question, and then does it have, like, actions associated with it or something, right? Maybe that's the right way to do it. So then we have create table if not exists actions. And then so like we have a conversation ID. This is like maybe this is the slug actually. Conversation ID would be its row ID. I like that. Action straight, like, do I need a action type maybe, and then action data, something like that? Yeah, I like that. I think doesn't matter a ton. Okay, so this now knows how to set up a schema for itself, kind of. Like, it's a little silly, but it'll work. So then now when we actually start doing stuff, I can use that. Okay. So yeah, let's go and take some code from here. Maybe it's in, I don't know, embeddings. No, it's probably just like in main where we do some of this stuff. Yeah, let's do something like this. Okay. Conversation ID. Yeah, so that's actually like one thing that might be confusing is that chat request. I actually think I want this to be called the slug. So let's go fix that in front end. This is the slug. I sometimes would say slugs have to be human readable, but a UUID is like moderately human readable. Okay, yeah, these just don't exist, but that's fine. We're gonna import all of these. Let connection equals connection.0.lock. Done unwrap. Yeah, we're just unwrapping all of these at the moment. Okay. Import a params. Okay, insert or ignore into conversations. Conversations. And this could just be slug, right? This actually doesn't need anything else. Doesn't need conversation slug, it just is that. Oh, cool, that's already what I did. This has this on it. Got it. Into slug and question values that returning row ID. Okay, this is the slug, which is our dot conversation slug, comma, question. Dot to string. Yeah, we can just import row. Awesome. Okay, conversation ID. We have a conversation ID. What do I want to do with it? Nothing? Well, I think like the idea. Oh, well, that's interesting. I hadn't really thought about the fact that if I make this not request responsey, I'm gonna have to have some stuff working in the background. Do I want to do that? Interesting. I hadn't thought about that. If I'm gonna have something pull on the front end, I'm really gonna need something to like run on the back end and like be a job server, basically. This is becoming a full web app here very quickly. I still like conversation ID, though it's maybe a little less necessary. What I could do is just not store state as much and just make this request responsey, like you do one action, the front end knows about it, sends it back up and you do another. The front end would drive a lot of this when it doesn't need to, though. The other answer is we could just do everything. No, like I'm gonna want to do it jobby. Okay, so I'm gonna want to do it the right way. Which I think just means we keep chugging along and see where we get to. So right now we're just gonna do this. Do you just close out the conversation by throwing an answer on it? Maybe? That's not absurdly crazy, but I'm not positive I love it. Well, let's just keep going. Let's just see what we got. Okay, so we do a conversation ID, and then like right now we're just gonna ignore it, right? Let's just pass it back down, I guess. Like I could do that, right? But I don't need to. Let's just save it with the question. Let conversation ID equals this. Oh, that. Fair. Okay. And then I think the other thing I want to do is we're gonna have an answer that's nullable. I think that's what we're gonna do. And then like this doesn't make sense really because it's all one response cycle, but I think so that I can decompose things better eventually. We're gonna do something like this. Yep. Update conversation set answer where row ID. That's exactly what I wanted. What are you? Oh. We can clone these because they're just arcs, so that's easy. Okay, cool. And then we update the conversation and we return. Okay. Awesome. So then, yep. Does this still work right? I think it should. This should like really be not doing anything, right? We're just keeping it in memory SQLite, recording conversation and answers to it, and then as soon as we restart the server, we're throwing it away. Hello. But I think then I might be able to like I'll have records of the chats and everything here, which is nifty enough. Wow. Hello is taking its time. Whoa. Is this still doing something? No. Failed to fetch. Oh, it's just blowing up real hard here. Oh, we're poisoned. No such table conversations. Oh, yeah. Conversations. Did I write a setup method and then not call it? No. App connection. App. Yeah. App. That's that. That actually can just be connection though, because it's that one. Yeah, I was trying to save it to the wrong database. That'll do it. Oh, because I have two databases now. I have my like data one and I have the app one. Okay, yep. Hello. There we go. Okay. Yeah, now it at least did something. Perfect. We're good to keep chugging along. Okay. So. Oh, and then another thing is that, like, if I do this again, I'm gonna get... Oh, and I don't have an index on that. Okay, well. That's why it's good we're in memory at the moment. I can go up here, and there's got to be an index that I did over in schema. Yeah, like this. I really just want these in the same thing. Yeah. Boop. Okay, let's just do that way and that way. Make it a little easier to read. I don't actually know if this, is easier to read or not. Okay, create unique index if not exist. Unique index conversations on slug. Conversations slug. Yeah, okay. So now if I submit the same slug again, it'll blow up at me, but like that's fine enough because that's kind of what I want. Okay. So. Yep, okay, now we can record conversations and we get a unique index so it'll blow up on that, but that's fine. Let's do something where I can retrieve these conversations now. So then we route. No. Conversation slash slug. a get to get convo. There we go. Okay, so we do an async function, get convo. How do I extract from the path? I think I can just do that. Actually, don't. Axum path extract. How do we extract? Yeah, so it's from something like that. You just kind of do it. Okay. And we can just do whatever type we want them to be. So I want a path of convo slug. It's a path of, let's just be a string. Actually, no, it is a UUID. Might as well. Yeah, and it returns a imple response into response. You might be missing a type parameter. No, that's how you write that. Yep. I think it just doesn't know what UUID is. Server, where did I add UUID? Is it just in here? No, it's here. So let's just do this. Shared. Yeah, let's do it that way. That seems fine. I was gonna like re-export it from shared or something. This just seemed easier. Okay. We want something like this. Let convo. Okay, so we want select. Yeah, it's not that at all, actually. Select question answer from conversations where slug equals this. Convo slug. ToString, and then the result. Oh, yes. We do need a state extractor. States need to go first for some reason, which I don't really know, but that's okay. Let app. Yep. Lock it. Okay, so the convo has question and answer. JSON of conversation response. Something like that. Convo. It's a result of an, what do we do? A string, result of string and string. Result of string, and then another result of string. Dot unwrap, and then this can also just be dot unwrap. Yes. This is now row dot get 0, and then this is row dot get 1. This doesn't do an explicit return. Into diagnostic. Into diagnostic. Dang it. Wait. No. Expected result of this. Oh, because we're unwrapping it. Got it. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, then in shared conversation response, pub struct conversation response pub Slug will be good. Question, answer. Oh yeah, sure, it's an optional answer. That makes sense. Why? Because you could fetch it before you have an answer. Love that. Oops. Okay. We got my conversation response in server. Yep. Slug is convo slug.toString. Actually, not toString, right? Yeah. Can I just make this an option of a string and just be like, yeah, you just are. Yes, I can. Cool. Okay. Over my desk, let's start our server. Let's see if this is working. So do I have a yeah. Oh, except wait a sec, something's not up. Library used incorrectly. Not an error. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means. It's still error from exit status 0. Library used incorrectly. Thanks. Well, that's a fun one. Isn't there like some might setup code that I could add to the top here that might help me out? Installing. Pretend this is main. In libraries, no, in application code, yeah. Yeah, okay. In my main, yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I gotta do. Like, I love how simple that is. It's beautiful. But I don't understand where this is coming from. Okay, so where do I think this is coming from? I don't think it's there. That's just calling open in memory. Is it here? Wrap error or something? Yeah, wrap error with couldn't set up appdb schema. I feel like it might be there because just of where it is. Can't set up appdb schema. Yep. I have a feeling this doesn't like being. Oh, it's that. I didn't empty execute. There's no way it liked that. Okay. That was silly, but not a huge deal. Hello. Wow, okay. So now if I open Paul, though, and I can do local host 8080 API v0, v1? I don't know what I called it. Server main v0 conversation v0 slash conversation slash that. Oh, post. Don't post it. Let's do a get. Method not allowed. Yep. What? Conversations? No. Callback. Okay, yeah, so that's just always gonna serve this if it doesn't find this. API. Okay, well, let's just copy this. So that's interesting. I wonder why we're not hitting that. We feel like we should be. Get convo, and it just returns this JSON. Yeah, so it feels like it should be hitting this. Well, I could make this a string. Yep. Is that better? Oh, well, this isn't gonna work because that one's not gonna... Oh! No, but it would still hit that. It just might not... Huh? API v0 conversation? Well, first of all, that's just a typo then. Right? Conversation. Really is conversations, plural. Oh! I know the problem. The problem is that we're hitting the wrong thing. 3000 is where query returned no rows. Okay, perfect. But that's actually like kind of what I expected. Because if we poisoned, got it. Oh, that's fun. Because of the mutex, if I fail one of these, the mutex gets poisoned. I should probably just replace that for parking lot then. I don't want to poison mutex ever. Okay, so now if I go over to here, there we go. Awesome. Cool. And then if I just were to, like, you know, change anything, that'll recompile, and then this will not. Yes, and now I poisoned my mutex. Love it. Okay. Awesome. So that works. We can get a conversation based on the slug. So far it's always had the answer because I've always waited for it to, but it doesn't have to. I don't think the UUID thing was my issue here. Yeah, I think that should still work. Let's try it out though. So in browser, we go to... Actually, I should be able to go to... Oh no, that's because like the deploy versus live loading stuff. Okay, yeah. So we'll hit this. Test. Submit. Got it. Okay, if I had done that a little faster, we maybe would have been able to see it not have an answer, but we found it with an answer. Okay, awesome. We have a thing that, like, in theory we could pull on, but we can't really pull on it because, like, we don't have anything working in the background. I guess I could... No, because I would need to await it. Yeah. Yep. I kind of want something where I could return an HTTP response, but still be Tokyo working on something in the background. Tokyo, Axum, return, response, then finish work. Makes Axum won't take requests in parallel. Yeah. You use thread sleep blocking the thread. You shouldn't use this in async environment because blah 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 blah. Yep. Okay. So I don't think I want to put anything in a thread sleep because that just doesn't make sense. What is tower? Sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not finding just a thing that's just like, yeah, do what I want to do. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna need to do that at some point, but maybe we can just get away with it for now. What's my to-do say? What have I been doing here? Okay. Yeah. We have a conversation model. Like, you know, we're some of the way through this. We have a conversation, and we're saving it to an in-memory SQLite on the app side, and we can pull on it from the front end. The only thing we don't do is like the server. What I want to be able to do is like respond immediately with that conversation ID and let it answer in the background. And then, yeah, just that. So Tokyo spawn task. Spawning. Okay. A Tokyo task is an asynchronous green thread. They are created by passing an async block to Tokyo spawn. The Tokyo spawn function returns a join handle, which the caller may use to interact with a spawn task. An async block may have a return value. The caller may obtain the return value using await on the join handle. Awaiting it returns a result. When a task encounters an error during execution, it'll return an error. Spawning the task submits to the scheduler, which then ensures that the task executes when it has work to do. The spawn task may be executed on the same thread as where it was spawned, or it may be executed differently. Got all that. So the thing here that I can actually use Tokyo spawn and not await the future, I think that's what this is telling me. And if that's what this is telling me, I can spawn a task. I can spawn a task that's doing the entirety of a model, right? So, and then we can just pull on it with my database thing as I write stuff to it in this long-running task. I think in theory that's doable. The question is, can I do that reasonably? Let's just look at this in this diff viewer. So what do we do here? We got the conversation slug. What do we do on the back end, I guess? Awesome. Okay, so we're persisting conversations. Persist convos. Awesome. Okay, so now what I want to do, though, is I want to make the chat response different. In my main server, yep, okay, get convo, nope, so it's chat. Chat it's JSON of answer response. Let's just make it that. It's a JSON of answer response. Yep, okay, so answer response, though, isn't gonna have these things. It's gonna have a public conversation slug. And is that it? Does it only have a conversation slug? Maybe it just has a conversation slug. And then everything else happens elsewhere. This then just has the conversation ID. Conversation slug is... Oh. Alright, conversation slug. Wait, I forgot the slug. We got sent the slug. So I actually don't even need that. Start chat is chat started response. Chat started response. It has a conversation slug. Yeah. Conversation started response? Conversation started response. It just has a slug. Oh, actually, no, it could just be a conversation response. Yeah. It also has context. We're gonna lose context. We'll add it back in a minute. Conversation response is gonna have this. This doesn't need to exist anymore. So in our server, this conversation response. Yeah. Conversation response. Function convo response from slug. It takes two things. It takes a app is an app connection. It also takes a convo slug, and it's basically this, but without the JSON wrapping. Boop. Okay. Open. Let. Yeah. Go. Conversation response. Into diagnostic. Okay, so then this then becomes convo response from slug with app and convo slug. You do that to it. No, I guess you just unwrap it here. None of these matter. Cool. Okay. The reason for that is because now I can do this. Let response equals convo response from slug. This. Dot unwrap it. This is now a conversation response. And then this just can be... What did I call it? Response. Awesome. What? Oh. Convo response. Okay. So now I just want to do this elsewhere. Like I want to do this in a task. Async block may outlive the current function, but it borrows conversation ID. Yes, okay. Let conversation ID, yeah, clone it. Async move. Wow, okay. Cool. Front end. You're gonna be upset. Let's fix you. Okay, so this is gonna be a conversation response. We aren't gonna set the prompt because we just don't want to do that yet. Cargo Clippy. Does it compile? No, it does not. That's okay though. That one looks easy enough. I just have to figure out where that's mad at me for. Server main 13. Nope, that's fine. Seems like that worked out okay. Awesome. Overmind S. Okay, so this one's not gonna like work, but it'll be really interesting. Awesome. Okay, let's copy this. Where is the origin point? And did we get that back like immediately? We should have just like immediately gotten back this. We did. Awesome. And now if we went to over here, there we go. And it does have an answer now. Awesome. Okay. We're making progress. Yeah, so Tokyo tasks are exactly what I want here. I don't really need anything in the background. I just need to be able to spawn a task from a web request. It'll work, and then like my polling from the front end can go check it out. Okay. Am I ready to start having my front end poll for the answer? I think so. Back end responds immediately, and front end will need to poll. I didn't like my message there. I typoed it. Respond immediately, and yeah, the front end will need to poll. Perfect. Okay. I think we're gonna do some polling in front end. Rust view polling. Suspension busy polling instead of waiting. When trying out the new suspension feature, I noticed that the component is just trying to be rendered in a loop without any regard for HTML result. Okay. I don't know if this is what I'm looking for. I don't think suspension polling. Suspension. Okay. Neither of those are actually right here, but that's because this just doesn't have much. Polling. Suspension. What does suspension do? Suspense enables a new approach that allows components to initiate data requests during the rendering process. When a component initiates a data request, the rendering process will become suspended, and a fallback UI will be shown until the request is complete. Interesting. In the above example, the useUser hook will suspend the component rendering while user information is loading, and a loading placeholder will be shown until user is loaded. To define a hook that suspends a component rendering, it needs to return a suspense result when the component needs to be suspended. The hook should return error, and users should unwrap it with that, in which it will be converted into HTML. Yep, okay. Okay, but I don't want that at the moment. I want polling, which is different. Okay, yeah, let's see. What hooks do you have here? Components, hooks. Use context, use effect, use reducer, use mutable, use callback, use memo. You set timeout. Glue timers. Okay. Oh, so there's a U-hooks that I could use that has a use interval. That looks nifty. Oh, so what can I do here? Ooh, okay. Um, ooh, these look great. Okay. So for state, I can do some toggles, some counters. Okay, I like these. Ooh, a render count. Interesting. Life cycles, animations, sensors, UI. Oh, okay, these look great. Let's freaking throw in some U-hooks. What is used async to? State equals use async. You can trigger to run in a... Wait, what? Button. Starting to load is state.loading. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Super interesting. Okay. You can use request or any other crate to fetch your API. Actually, can you use request in? Oh, maybe. Huh. I'm using a different one because I didn't think I could use request here. I'm using glue. Yeah, okay though. That does look nice. The fact that we can just use WebSockets is pretty cool. History.push we sent, history.push receive. Wow. Super interesting. But like schedules a timeout to invoke a callback, yeah. So I want like use interval or use timeout or something probably here. Probably like use interval. Like do hooks have to be used from the top level like they do in that thing? Like probably, right? They must always be that. They can only be used, yeah, okay, cool. Blocks inside, given it's not already branched, if in the condition of a top level if in the scrutiny. Yeah, okay. Hooks must be called in the same order. Yeah, okay. Only when you're using suspense. Oh, great. Okay. Sure. So I can't do it in here. But I guess I can set up a use interval hook. Wow, okay. Closure may not outlive the current function, but it borrows this. Can't move out of chart API URL. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let chart API URL. Oh. Can't move out of. I'm not anymore. So this green one, where do you end? You end there. Okay, yeah. So if we threw one of those there, and we throw one of these here, now I should be able to, like, take this and put it there. Use interval. Hmm. Don't know if I want this to be moved because I think this needs to run multiple times, so it probably doesn't want to be moved. I could leak it. Chatbot dot leak. Oh. Oh. Consumes. Oh wait, I can just do chat dot leak. Is that what you're telling me? Or are you telling me that that's still the unsupported feature? Yeah, okay. So apparently I can't just leak a string. It's too good to be true. Okay. Okay. Don't need that at the end there. I feel like there's a syntax error, which is why everything is just not formatting nicely. But I'm not really sure about that one. That closes that. That closes that. That closes that. Can't move out of conversation slug a captured variable in the FN move. Captured outer variable on line 47. I think I just need a move somewhere. How are you saying that's not used when that happens? Like, I don't really understand that. Oh, conversation slug. Wait, can't move conversation slug. I'm not though. I have this thing. $47. Oh, that's async move. Got it. The spawn local's async move. Need this again in here? I need to move it into here. Yep. Yep, I do. Wait, I didn't actually solve it? Oh man, I thought I had it that time. Captured outer variable. Oh, wait. Did I... That's interesting. Why is it capturing that outer variable from line 15? Could I just make this an arc and stop caring about this? Question is, can I just make that into a reference counted thing and have everything just like me? Okay. Start chat using clone on type. Okay, cool. Sure. Wait. Oh, because we're not in the front. That's why. I was getting confused about where I was. Nope, that didn't help at all. Captured to the outer variable. Captured by this. Moved to here. Yeah. But like usually in these ones don't... Oh yeah, that's just a block. Then... the spawn local in here is annoying. This is pretty frustrating, actually. If this one doesn't move. Lifetime 1 represents this closure's body. Argument requires that it must outlive static. So references to capture variables can't escape the closure. Yes. That I did know. Async move. I can make this a move block. Is that gonna help? Nah. Can't move out of answer. Some of these I think I can just fix with that. Is that my freaking... Okay, and oh, nope, I need all those for the next ones. And the ones I don't need I can remove. Oh, like why is cargo format not formatting this though for me? Oh, 88. Do I just have like a bad return right here? Is this the new one? No. Oh. There we go. That's all it wanted. It just had some white space there. I didn't even need that. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so now what we're doing, we're doing a use interval where we take our conversation slug and we just make a chat request. Yeah, okay, so this is wrong. We don't want to do this here. We want to do the So I've spent all that time for the chat API URL, and I actually don't need it here. That's hilarious. Let app URL equals app URL.clone. This will copy the reference. Oh. Wait, that's already a reference? Ooh, it's a static reference. Okay, cool. So I shouldn't have to worry about that much. So this is a get format bang app URL API v0 conversations /slug. None of that. It's this. Cool. Okay, so then we do a get this conversation response. Yep, no body. Wait, no JSON. Send. Await, unwrap JSON, await, unwrap. Wow, okay. But then we just set the answer based on that. We don't even need that. Means we don't need that. If we don't need that, we don't need that. Okay. I think that's gonna do it. So this is probably gonna crash my server because as soon as it starts up on the front end, it's gonna start intervaling, and my front end I think is gonna blow up when it doesn't know how to pull things from the database. And that's probably gonna poison the mutex, and everything's gonna query return no rows. Exactly. So server line 169. Yeah. Result of an option of this. Query optional. Rust SQLite optional. Yep. Optional. Nope. Okay, so like where's things like query row? Yes, okay, so from a connections query row. I think I just need to do a thing on that where I look at the error. Oh, optional on the result of this to get a result of option. Cool. Optional. An option of this. Okay, cool. So conversation. Wait. Result of an option. Optional. Wait, so what is convo here? It's an option of this, right? Yeah. Okay. Let inner be an option of the conversation response equals something like that. And then this is okay of inner. Perfect. Okay. So when you start chat, That should always happen. But when you get convo, this might not always happen. Result of an option. Oh. Yeah, so this would then just return null or something. Okay, is that gonna compile? Cool. Oh, wait. Oh, but the conversation response is kind of a lie now. The front end needs to know how to handle that. Okay, that's fine. This is an option on a conversation response now, though. If, let, yep. If let some answer response. Yeah, okay, I got it now. There we go. If you have an answer response, set it. If not, just keep polling forever. And then there should be a way to like clean up my interval. I don't always need this interval. Where is the origin? Wow! That worked really nicely. Okay. We've got polling working. One, it never stops polling. It'd be cool if it stopped polling and it doesn't pull context back, but both of those are solvable. We now poll from the front end when we have a question to answer. I don't know. We now poll from the front end. That's all. And we just do it all the time too. It's not just like we do it when there's something to answer. Let question equal question dot clone. Let question is question dot clone. If question dot is none, return. Oh, dang it. Yeah, is none, return. So if we don't have a question, return. And if question is none, or our answer is some, return. Okay, so that actually should be only poll when you need to poll. Where is the origin? Wow, okay. So the interesting thing is that interval is still running, but it's not doing anything because I'm only fetching when we have a question and we don't have an answer already. So like that's better. I like the polling. Polling's nice. Only poll when we need to. Yeah. Let's see if we can get that context back, and then I think we're probably gonna wrap up. But yeah, let's add that context back. Okay. So I think the thing that I want to do here is, I think in our shared conversation response is gonna also have some context. That's an option as well. Okay, so now let's go to our server here and do some things a little bit. Okay, so let's go to this server main and let's add context to conversations. Awesome. Cool. It doesn't really matter. Context, then answer. Okay, so we have a context, and now get convo response from slug. Yeah, okay, so we are going to want to mess with this because convo response from slug isn't going to have enough context, and we're just going to need to do a third one here. Okay. Yep. Question, context answer. Okay. Perfect. We're pulling this from the database nicely. So I think actually if I just go, this should not, oh, no. Oh wait, yeah, no, that's, yeah, adding new fields is probably fine. Hello there. And these should all have empty context. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, we're making great progress. I think we can get this context recorded in just like 5 or 10 more minutes. Okay, so when we go to start this, so respond to and okay, so I do need these. Nope, not that button. Extract into function. Yep. Function name get embedding. Do I use client again here? Yes, for sure. I don't even know why you're yelling about question there. That's just not even here anywhere. Okay, so now in server, let client, comma, embedding equals get embedding needs to be public. Public async, did it in the wrong order. That can just be that. Okay, so in server, get embeddings on a query. I don't think it takes a connection, right? Yep, nope, just a query. Okay, and then respond to what if you take an a client embedding string embedding JSON oh yeah, I see. So I do need question here as well. Okay, so the other problem is that, like, I put respond to, yeah, see, I'm having a little bit of a problem. It's fine. Like, we'll work it out here, but it's not gonna make this look very pretty. Because respond to now takes client, so client, comma, embedding, comma, question connection, question dot clone. Update conversation set context where row ID, this is context. Oh, that's fair. That's not where I wanted this to be. Oops. Yeah, I messed that up. Let's just undo this then, because I don't want get embedding. I want context. Where's the context? Extract function, yeah. Get context. Get context. Well, I think this can also return the question. Get context. One more thing. Okay. Client context question. Love it. So respond to just gets all of those. I think I just want to copy this. Respond to with context. It takes a context as a string and question as a string. This can be query. No, this can be question. It's fine. So I already have context here. Do I need the client thing? Probably. Yeah, and then respond to with context, context question. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Oh, so actually, I think I'm gonna say that this doesn't get context. I think cannot return a client. I don't think anyone's using that. And you can just get a new client. Clients are easy to get. Okay. What? Get in bed. Oh, yeah. Get context. Wait, what did I call it? I need to make it public. That's this problem. Fetch embedding. Public async. Get context is what it's going to be called. Get context. What do you need to provide it? A question in that. Question.clone. a clone or something? I don't know. I have a connection, right? Con. Yeah. Okay. Gotta wait. Let context question equals awesome. Okay. Respond to with context. And what do I pass it? I pass it context and question, and that's it. Unwrap this error just because that seems like the easiest way to get around it at the moment. Okay, so what's going to happen? We're going to get the context. We're going to save the context. Then we're going to get the answer and set the answer. This is all in a task, so this is all happening async-y. Yeah, I know there's a complex type used. That's okay. Did we just get polling with the context and the answer figured out? Let's find out. Where is the origin point? Poll, a new poll, another poll. We're polling more. Oh, this isn't gonna work. I'm just not saving it yet. Even if it goes to the front end, we're just not doing much with it. Okay. Oh, prompt. Okay, well, prompt is gonna be renamed to context. That's what it is. Prompt. Yeah, okay. At substitute prompt for context globally. Okay. So we have context. Let context equals that. That can go there now as well. I think that's all I needed. What's this? Oh, this like will literally never set either of those. Oh yeah, we do need the post. Got it. Okay, but like this is never gonna set. Well, then let context equals context.clone. Let context equals context.clone. Okay. I think this is what we wanted to see. Refresh this. Where is the origin point? And there's our answer. Look at that. What is the... Oh, we actually need to refresh. What is the best algo? We're just going to try something. Yeah, so we get context really quickly, and then we just wait for the actual answer. But this works now. This polls. We have some async-y stuff. This is really nice. Okay. Cargo clippy. Cargo fix. Get the front end to poll and display context. Not even sure. I think the polling might have been a separate commit than that. I'm not positive. Oh wow, there wasn't actually anything to fix there. It doesn't like my complex type though in server main 188. This should really just be pulling out this. And then it's just these in order, basically. Can't convert the error to a Rust QLite error. Why do I want to convert it to a Rust QLite error? So do I just want this? Yep. That can go away and this just becomes Convo. Much better. Yeah, much cleaner there. Use struct instead of unnamed people. Okay, let's push that up. Oh, let's publish it. I'm not sure if I pushed it yet. Okay. And I think that will wrap us up for the day. I think from here I will just get this deployed. And we will... Actually, let's update our to-do, and we'll be good to go for the day. So, create a conversation model that front-end and back-end to use, and we did polling. Love it. So we didn't get to any of these other things today. That's okay. We got some good stuff though. We got like the front end to be able to poll and do like not have to wait on things from the server. We were able to pull that off in the server without actually creating like a job queue or anything. We can just use Tokyo tasks and spawn them and let them like just be run off in the back end a little bit. So that is awesome. And yeah, I think we are gonna wrap up here. We got this PR pushed, so I will be watching the repo. And once it goes green, we'll get it deployed and out in the alpha. So yeah, I think that is basically what we're gonna wrap up with today. Thank you for coming on and hanging out with me, everybody. I will be back on Wednesday for another stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. We will likely be working on my blog. This is the beta of my blog, and we are working on getting it live. So last week, let's see, let's pick one that has syntax highlighting. Which one do I know? This one. We got syntax highlighting working on code snippets last week, so we are going to be continuing on this, maybe making these blog posts look a little bit better. We will be back on that for Wednesday, so come hang out for that. And if you want to just come chat with me, you should definitely join the Discord that I have. You can find it on my GitHub profile or my Twitch profile. This is a link that you can stop by. I would love to chat. We're trying to do a accountability buddies channel, so every day I've been saying what I'm working on, and we can work together to make sure we all get our tasks done. Would be fun. And with that, I am going to wrap up here for the week. Thank you everyone for coming along. And let's actually do a raid to end the stream here. And then we will head out. Let's see if there's anyone online to raid at the moment. Let's check it out. Let's go to browse. Anyone doing some Rust? Who's doing some Rust? Do I recognize anyone? Adding some rate limits, making a terminal. Let's do add rate limiting to our Rust HTTP brute force app. I like that. Let's do this one. Okay, so let's go to the Twitch. Can I find my little streamy center? Yeah, I can. Okay, we're gonna do raid channel. Let's get this raid going. Thank you for coming along, team, and I will see you Wednesday, hopefully. Have a great week. Bye. See you, everyone. Have a good week. Bye.